Hey there, everybody. My name is Angelo. I apologize if that made any noise. If you're new here, welcome to the channel, and if you're returning back, welcome just in general. First off, I would like to say, due to my analytics, I'm going to say happy 4th of July, everybody. Most of you are from the US that watch my videos, and so hope you guys are having a great Independence Day. If you see this later, I hope you had a great 4th and a very safe and happy weekend, just in general. Um, now we're coming towards we are on the second half of the year. America's 250 years old. It's pretty crazy to think about, but at the same time, it's a big milestone. I'm down here exercising and just trying to clear my thoughts. I've seen the fireworks before. Not that I don't enjoy them, just a lot has happened today, and I think I just need to de-stress a little bit and talking to the camera and you guys. So with that being said, please do like the videos. Please feel free to subscribe to the channel. It really helps me out a lot. Hit the notification bell, all that other fun stuff. If you have any recommendations, questions, or anything, let me know in the comments, because, if we're all having a more clear experience of what's going on, then first off, it makes it easier for me to do my job, and it also lets you enjoy the content a little bit more. So feel free to ask questions. Feel free to leave comments of any sorts. With that being said, yeah, really just wanted to talk to you all about what I've been, looking up to. So what was really nice was yesterday, because we were observing the holiday, we actually had work off as well. So 3-day weekend is going to be really nice. I know I'm trying to enjoy this day off as much as possible, even though it is a Saturday, and having a good time. Just it's a little lonelier than usual. I feel like it's pretty quiet. Everybody's kind of going their own directions, and it's just odd. You realize as you get older that it's a little more solitude than you expected, if that makes any sense. And so for me, that's what I have going on, and I'm not really sure if that's the right answer for everybody, but for me, it was definitely a little bit weird this year. Basically being on my own and not really wanting to go see the fireworks with family too much. Kind of just wanted to hang out. Also had some events earlier today that kind of bummed me out. I usually wear the smaller watch, and for some reason, the one that I usually wear every single day without fail and have not had any problems with, it decided to just stop working. And I know you might be thinking, like, whoa, what about a factory reset? What about, a hard reset? Anything like that? Like, I tried everything, thing doesn't work. Called customer service, thing doesn't work. Fortunately, I actually did have one that was still sealed up, a little bit bigger of a piece, but works just as fine. So we'll be able to keep track of my fitness goals, and it syncs up with the same app. And so I really won't have that much of a loss, just a couple of hours. But really, I was stressing out, trying not to lose any of this data that I had collected over months to try to get into specifically, the shape that I'm in now. And also with the 4th of July going on, all of that, stuff. So it's a little stressed out, to say the least. But after the stress and everything that all settled down, I was able to just go outside with my family, have some nice food, had some burgers, had some, baked beans, had some corn on the cob, um, ribs. It's all good stuff. It was really nice that it was available for us to be able to even have access to. Never mind have such a nice spread in general. So, I always say thank you to the home cooks, but, we really appreciate it. But like today was just one of those examples of just why home cooks are so underappreciated, in my opinion, at least. So shout out to all the home cooks out there. We love you. And yeah, just I don't know. I think this weird balance of like trying to keep in touch with friends and trying to see what's going on and if there's any sort of function happening, and finding out that like this year there's really nothing, and like a lot of your friends are out of state or far away, or everything's very limited and people are being very discreet and hush hush. So a little odd, a little unexpected, but gotta live with it. Gotta live, learn, try to find my people. I think is the calling here. I haven't exactly found my people yet, but I'm working on it, and I think that you know the right thing that you can do is to just go in the right direction, trying to find them, going out of your way to meet new people, get their information, and talk to people. It's a hard step, depending on your personality type and if you're very outgoing or not, but it's very much worth it. So, I'm really glad that I'm pushing myself, especially with like all of the new things that I'm doing, whether it's like men's leagues or anything of that nature, to talk to people that I don't really know and get their information, find out who's doing what, when, and maybe that obviously doesn't pay off instantly, but in the long run, I think it will, and I genuinely know and believe it will. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, today's 4th of July, 250 years of America. Kind of a crazy thing to reflect on, not even being 25 at the time that I filmed this. It's pretty wild to think that, we're still here, we haven't been taken out yet. But yeah, life is just very complicated, and to see this, very important milestone in this country's history is great and something to not be taken for granted, because I don't think people realize that there are countries that disappear within days, weeks, months, depending on global events. And we've been very fortunate to have generations of people who refuse to let that happen. And so obviously there's a lot of negatives that come with that, but there are a lot of positives that we should be grateful for. And not everybody's the same, and that's okay. But I think it's a great day to unite and aim for something good. And so that goes from me talking to you. Like, if you have an idea, you genuinely have an idea that you think is going to be great, it's going to be the next big thing, I want you to just put your blinders on, look straight ahead, do not address any of the outside noise, just keep working. Because at the end of the day, these people aren't going to know why you're doing what you're doing, and that's fine, because when you achieve what you have put your mind to, they go, oh, how did you do that? You know the answer, and that's all you need to know. So keep pushing and don't quit. And I'm going to reflect it on myself. I'm going to keep pushing, and I refuse to quit on myself, even with all of my obstacles, but I also refuse to quit on all of you. So hopefully you refuse to quit on yourself and you refuse to quit on me, and we can hold each other accountable. If that sounds good to you, then I really look forward to talking to you all very soon. I hope you guys have a very happy 4th. Enjoy your weekend, or just have a great day in general. And I will talk to you all very soon. Have a good one.